Hello all, welcome to Paper and Moose, welcome to the channel. It is a bit of an update to let you know what I have been doing since I quit that corporate job. And on snowy, sleeting, freezing rain days such as this one, I'm glad I do not have that 45-minute commute to work. So yes, quit my job. Now I am doing YouTube content creating, curating, as I like to call it, and reselling full time. And let me tell you, February. January and February have been tough. The past few weeks have been especially tough, and that is because of the weather. Where I live in New Jersey, bordering Pennsylvania, about an hour away from Philly, an hour away from New York City on a good no traffic day, we have been getting hit with some pretty decent winter weather, from about 3 feet of snow to now we are due for an ice storm. And as a reseller and content creator, that has kind of put a damper on getting out there and filming. One, because I don't want to drive in the snow. No, thank you. Two, a lot of things, such as the flea markets that are open, because of the weather, the sellers aren't as plentiful. And for me, as both a seller and a buyer at a flea market, sometimes driving out there, it's just not worth it. You waste an hour driving there, you waste the gas, and you come home with nothing. Not only nothing to resell, but also nothing really to show in a video. I don't want to go somewhere and film just to film and not find things exciting or just have something fun to show you all. I have done that though, just to show you the reality of things, but when there's a threat of winter weather, I don't want to be stuck an hour away from home and trying to get back home because I went out to film. Working for myself, that is a luxury now. Many of you that still go into work, I'm sure that you battle what I battled when I had my corporate job. It was always a decision whether or not, when there was a call for a decent amount of snow, if I was going to go into work. I would be up all night looking out the window to see, is it starting to snow? Is it going to start snowing right before I go to work? Do I need to wake up an hour before to give myself enough time to get in? And then there would be what I would call in the office snow shaming. You don't go in because where you live, it's snowing, and perhaps a fellow coworker where they lived, it didn't snow. So you don't go in the office. The next time you go in, oh, I made it in. Oh, it was fine where I lived. Oh, you weren't in the office? Oh, I was here. I drove through that snowstorm. I made it in. And it's like, oh, what? Okay, you have a better car. Maybe you have 4x4. Maybe you have some crazy snow machine that gets you into work. I don't. So I didn't like driving in the snow. And fortunately now, I don't have to, because I have a room full of things that need to be listed and sorted for the flea market, so I can stay home. But the weather has put a damper on getting out there and creating content, so I apologize for that. I might end up having to do a series on the Goodwill bins, because that has become my favorite mode of sourcing through this time. I have learned since quitting my corporate job that I really do not like going to thrift stores on a daily basis to film and to find items to resell. It's just not my cup of tea at all. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because, it can be quite daunting. It can be disheartening when you find nothing and the next day you find nothing. Now, granted, there are probably lots of things I could resell, such as glassware, other types of clothing, but I want to stay true to who I am and what I like. I don't want to have 4 shelves of glassware that I dread listing because I don't like it. I really don't know anything about it, and I don't find it fun to list, I guess, where I could have 4 shelves of ephemera, which I know about, I know can make me a decent amount of money, and that I'm excited to list. Granted, money is money, but if you think about any business, if they have a niche and they're good at it, focus on that. There is no harm in finding stuff that you can make you can make money on. I know a little bit about certain things. I don't know a lot about everything, and that's okay with me. So I don't want to go to thrift stores and just buy things to buy things, whether to resell or whether to make content, because then you end up with piles of stuff that you really don't like. We all have those. Everyone has death piles, and more likely than not, those death piles are things that you really don't have an interest in. You're not excited about looking up, photographing, listing, or even lugging to the flea market. So I want to be able to stay in my niche, which can be difficult at times, but I think in the end that will pay off. But yeah, thrift stores, it's fun finding vintage shirts. It's fun finding the vintage clothing, but I would much rather go to the bins where that is more like a treasure hunt, perhaps even somewhat akin to a flea market, digging through boxes, because it is different, because you don't know what you're going to find. Because it is a mixture of leftover Goodwill items and actual donations that have not been sorted and put on the shelves at Goodwill. It might be different at your Goodwill bins, but that's how mine operates. So you might be seeing more Goodwill bin videos in the future. I hope that you like them. I'm going to see if I can try and structure them a bit differently when I film and when I show them. We'll have to see. I don't have crazy editing skills. I don't have a crazy editing program, but I'm learning, or I'm hoping to learn, so I can bring you more fun videos as well. So what else? I have a list. So we went through the weather and how it really just has put a damper on things. And that leads me to really looking forward to the springtime, when I don't have to worry about 2 feet of snow falling and the flea markets aren't closed, and I can get out there and go to more estate sales, which have been lacking in my area, more auctions, which have been lacking, on-site auctions especially, and other flea markets. I think the spring is going to be a great time for me, and I'm excited for that. And that is why I'm kind of taking the time now to stay home, get things sorted here, get things out, whether it's put away for the flea market, sold online, or even donated. And then just waiting for spring, when things will be blossoming and hopefully finding a lot of treasure then too. And yard sales. Where I live, people don't have yard sales during the winter. If it happens, that's maybe once in a year thing. So those that are out there, that are other resellers and YouTubers that are able to go to flea markets and yard sales during the middle of winter, and they're packed, I'm jealous, because I would love to do that. But where I live, I do like having all the 4 seasons. It's just when you get all that snow at once, can put a damper on things. But yes, spring, I'm really looking forward to spring and summer. I think it's going to be very busy. And that will be a big change for me as well, because I don't have my corporate job. Granted, last spring, pretty much everything was still shut down and things didn't really open up until the summer. But even during the summer, even if I went to an auction during the week, which I may have, I would bring my work laptop and I would bring my work cell phone, because I would still be focusing and getting work done. If I had a conference call, I would go out to my car and take the conference call and then go back to the auction. Again, maybe I shouldn't admit that, but I think by that time I knew that it wasn't going to be long before I left. So I still got my work done. But I did go to auctions. But not having that over my head, I think it's going to be great, because I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about work emails, because even on the weekends, I was still doing work. I was still looking at work emails. If something came in last minute on a Friday, I was still working on a Saturday. And I don't have to do that anymore, because the only work emails that I have to worry about are my own personal work emails. I don't have to worry about corporate work emails, and that will be great. I don't have to use a vacation day to take off to go to a yard sale that looks promising. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also in the works, as I've said many, many times, about I don't like the word merchandise, so I'm going to say souvenirs. I'm at around 41,200 some subs. So I think my goal will be by the 50,000 subscriber mark, to have souvenirs. I'll think of a better word out there for you all. I do, You know, in my mind, I think people would really want to wear a shirt with my channel's name on it, but why not? You know, it's a great way for you all to support the channel, and I thank you for that. And it's a great way to get the channel's name out. So 50,000 subscribers, merchandise. We're putting that out there. Unless if I somehow hit 50,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks, I'm not going to have merchandise. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be fun. But that is my hope. Again, I just want to make it something that people will like wearing, that is attractive, that has just a really great look to it. You know, I buy things based on how they look and how they make me feel, and that is how I'm going to make my souvenirs as well. I also just thought, I guess I should apologize for perhaps not having my usual garbage picking videos. That has a lot to do with the weather. And where I'm at, I mean, you're lucky if you can get one car down the street, because there are just piles and piles of snow from people shoveling, and you know, cars are parked however they can park back in their spot. So it's very difficult to garbage pick. And again, you know, people aren't cleaning out their attics when they have 3 feet of snow to shovel. So once that clears up, hopefully I will be able to get out there and put some garbage picking videos out for you all. I really do miss it. This time last year, almost this time last year, is when I had the trash bag house, and that saved me through the spring. You know, I'm still so grateful and so thankful for that house that continually put out those amazing bags filled with treasure, not trash. You know, that is probably a once in a lifetime thing for me, and I'm so grateful. But I wouldn't mind if that happened again. So once things start moving, this snow melts, and I can get out there, we'll have more trash picking videos, on-site auction videos, storage units. My luck with storage units, the past 2 have been a little iffy. Even those prices are skyrocketing. You know, people are buying them online, and they are so desperate, or they're so hungry for merchandise, that they'll just pay whatever. And I'm not in the mood. I don't want to do that. I'd rather save my money so that when I go to a flea market, I can see what I'm actually buying. You know, that's not to say I won't buy a unit. I will buy one when the opportunity arises, but I don't want to spend a crazy amount on a unit. Crazy to me would probably be over $200. I think even $150 is pushing it, unless I'm really confident by what I can see on the boxes what is inside. No, that is a gamble. Storage units are probably one of the biggest gambles, especially the online ones where they're not in person. And a lot of people like to gamble. It is fun. It is adventurous. You know, it gets the blood pumping. But I don't know. I could save that $200, maybe buy a fun postcard album. So yes, more storage unit videos, flea market videos. I will get out there again. Yard sales, garage sales, estate sales. I'm ready for a good digger of a sale, as I like to call them. So the point of this video was, I guess, just to catch you up on everything that has been going on, from the weather to my intentions for 50,000 subscribers, to the outlook I have for the spring, which I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and just seeing all what the vintage goodness things have to offer. And also, I would like for you all, if you are in this area, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, New York, and you know of any really good flea markets that perhaps maybe happen only twice a year, or some great antique shows in your area, then please, in the comments below, let me know about them. I would like to venture off to, you know, the surrounding states and see what they have to offer. While I would love to hop in my car and drive across country, or hop on a plane and go somewhere, my dental bill kind of prohibits me from doing that, probably for this year. But I do have 3 pretty shiny teeth all the way in the back of my mouth, and that cost me a couple $1,000s. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's a part of adulting, as they call it. But yes, if you know of any good flea markets, or even auctions in your area, or for really good estate sales coming up, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. That would be great. So a little bit of a muddled video, but I hope you still just like this little update on what has been going on and my plans for the future. I just hope to continue to bring you great videos, find amazing vintage treasures out there, and see what we can find, whether in the trash, on the curb, in the bins, at the flea market, or in an attic at an estate sale. Oh, and a clean out. Let's hope this is the year of my first clean out. Let's hope. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you are missing the flea markets or a good auction or a good estate sale, go back and check out some of my other videos. I have plenty of that to offer. So I hope you all have a great day. If you are stuck in the snow as well, hope you are doing well. Get out there and shovel, come back in, make yourself some nice warm tea or some hot coffee and relax. And if you are where it's sunny, soak up some sun rays for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you all next time.